back in backyard brawl. From west to lane to play with emotion, but don't be emotional. That was Jeff Capel's message for the Pitt Panthers as West Virginia. West Virginia, all three of their games at home to start the year. And this fourth game begins with an inside match to start this new year for the Panthers. Late in the shot clock on their first touch with Brandon Cummings back in there. And a miss.
Stunt and then the recovery to contest that shot.
Well, that counts and one.
Try to find some easy buckets early, especially this Pitt Panther team. They're going to hang their hat on defense just as the Mountaineers are.
They're going to kind of be in the mud like West Virginia has established with their identity too. And a 5-0 jump for the Mountaineers in the first quarter. Well, he was terrific the 2 games he did play, double digits in both. The leading scorer for Pitt. 3 in and out on the recovery. And the shot fake Floyd. Drives into the paint. Back out for Huff. And it can't hit. So Pitt settles back into the half court. And a drive from Witherspoon. Bounces home to the post for Lorient. Off of that big block. Trying to pay it off on offense, and they get one back on it. Beautifully done. Start this game with Lorient involved in both. Cam Corrin getting him back. Lob is caught by Corrin, and he puts it away.
The foul line. Great lob pass there. Gather and finish.
So Pitt with their first lead, and that's out of bounds. The West Virginia 5-0 start. Down to single digits on the shot clock. Cummings gets free. And an air ball. Couple of days. We're getting ready for this game. And a drive-in kick out for a Thomas 3. It swirls out. Connor Huff takes a peek at the clock. It reads 8. Wraps a pass. Open look Lorients. And short on the 3, but again. It's DJ Thomas on the take. He's cut off. Cialeppo was right there, but he finished it. Well, you can sign both teams up for a start just like this. That's
touch or first shot of the game is a 3-pointer where you're kind of coming off a downstream.
Thomas lifts the lid that season.
I'd love to see Pitt get Corrin a look here.
Well, they do, and he took steps. Virginia Tech off to a good start. Overtime win against Providence. Floater, no. And rebound.
I'm sure Capel would want to see the ball moving a little bit more.
Drive, kick, 3, Lorient. Halfway down and back in there after the early foul. Off an ankle injury that kept him out last game. Step back. It's step away from the basket. He's doubled. He fights through it. Cross-court skip. Cummings nails the 3.
That's a great.
Now some tempo. Well, Witherspoon on the attack and puts it home.
Great job with the long.
Chose Pitt over West Virginia. Part of how this rivalry got its name, recruiting each other's backyards. And a step back, Witherspoon from 3.
Look at this freshman. West Virginia needs to get this guy going. Trayson Eaglestaff.
Eaglestaff gets a shot in tight and a whistle.
To get 15 to 17 points a night.
He's doing this maybe more than he ever has. Defending down this end, and Lorient's
out trouble if you're Lorient.
Cialeppo at the line for 2.
Not with a ton of depth at this point during the season.
And Lorient has. They go back to him at some point with the 2 fouls. The drive that's left short for Jink to shoot. Miner's got to go. Into the post for Corrin. He had small guys on him. Out for a late clock 3. That's an air ball.
Can just be able to shoot a little bit of a turnaround.
6'10" against 5'10", but couldn't find it. And they go inside. Witherspoon sees the shot clock at 6. It's down to 3. Working his way in. Mid-range pop, and he's still perfect.
Did a good job of chesting that drive and then contesting.
He gonna miss tonight?
I don't know. He might not.
A runner. Well done, Steve. The first backyard brawl for both Jenkins and Witherspoon showing brightly. And Miner with the mid-range. All he does for Pitt. Eaglestaff couldn't get a look. Thomas does. Behind the play. This is 4-on-5. Now he rejoins. And Pitt with a numbers disadvantage in the touch. Now it's getting late for West Virginia. 4 to shoot. Huff steps back. And he got his first. Kyle Korver in a season at Creighton.
Love that.
One of the best shooters of all time. Witherspoon, hey, he finally did.
He didn't need that shot. A contested 3, a little bit out of rhythm.
Obioha slides it in beautifully to Thomas. Pass for 7 points for Thomas on the night. Cummings on Huff. Tough one, go.
Tough at the arc. Now it's going to be tough just because he's a key focus on the offensive end, and he's going to shoot some contested ones. Great drive and dish right there. I love it.
Barry Dunning into the game for Pitt. This is Minor with 3 on the shot clock. He hoists and can't connect. It almost went in. And wheels it back out. Joha fell down. Now back on his feet. Thomas from the same spot.
Those are shots that they were planning on living with. But now you have to get a late contest after he's made 2. A little more West Virginia is on the defensive end. They keep that ball on the side of the floor. Everybody pulled over. It's very tough to score against a loaded.
Extend the lead up 1. Quick step, Huff inside, and he'll go to the free throw. Led the country in 3-point makes last year. Went on to win the NIT.
Eggs underneath him when he's getting his shot off, and then he shoots a beautiful ball with the spin and the work.
Much better ball care into this game as well. Just 3 first-half turnovers.
And you can't really waste possessions against a team as good. The physicality. They got Witherspoon on Huff now that they are bodying him up all over the court.
What a late shot clock. Didn't matter for Andrew Citus on the driving kick. Cummings can't answer back, but he followed his own. Goes reverse. And
in these last 3 minutes, this is a guy that they need to get going. Here he gets his touch.
Well, both of his shots have come inside. He's the 7th man. So that swells the run to 11-0 West Virginia. And that won't stop it. It looked like it against each other. It was a 7-point Pitt lead. Now it's a 7-point West Virginia lead. And it grows again with Jeff. And the West Virginia fans rising on this defensive trip, and there's a foul. Minor just tagged the first foul on Huff. 14 of 15 on the year from the free throw line. Point guard from last year. And as we've mentioned, Minor has made a very good first impression.
Yeah, Coach, he says he's the...
He couldn't flare it out to him. Last trip to the free throw line stopped the 13-2 run, and now...
4 over the top of you as best as possible.
What's that point on the floor?
I know Obioha is a good finisher around the basket. He's pretty efficient, but still right there, just vertical that.
Control of Minor. He gives it up, and a foul called on Huff. Both Huff and Lorient, though, so even with the team foul situation low, West Virginia Minor doesn't have to chase him around now, but Eaglestaff can get him up. And a contested one missed.
He should have shot the first there for Eaglestaff, and they missed him.
Jenkins got the switch. Offensive rebound, Thomas. He double pumps. Can't put it away. And he's opposite corner with Floyd on the take. It's Eaglestaff. And in and out. Rebound from mine to it before halftime. And Cummings can't. Rebound West Virginia. Into the locker room. Continue into the Big 12. 3rd in the country at North Texas. Ross Hodges' team last year. And just behind Houston, who led the country. And into the end of the second half, don't you think? Corin?
Yeah, they got to get Cam Corin going. This guy who's the 2nd leading scorer on this team, he only got 2 shots.
The guys in foul trouble for West Virginia.
Well, they went with Conte for the size part to start the second half here. A little bit harder when they know they're going to get rewarded with some touches on the offensive end. Football, a tight end and a defensive end, but he has good feet, soft hands. But one thing that he's done,
be a 7-foot tight end. Oh, there's a steal. Jasper Floyd with the take from Minor, and it comes in. And a 2 tight to the basket for Corin, but no dice. And that is a block. Cummings gets a paint touch, out for a Minor 3. It's short, but a 4th chance for Pitt. And it gets away unscathed. Backing the ball up 14. And a whistle out wide on Witherspoon.
Coach Cable.
So that's on Witherspoon, his first. Lorient back in there and back in the ball. Had 26 in their last game. And sweeping baseline, Corin shoves it out for an air ball and a 3. And just 2 baskets in the first half. Nothing doing for anybody on Pitt in the second half. There is another cleanup job. The stifling West Virginia defense carrying right out of the locker room. Eaglestaff. Got it!
Here, you're down 20. There's still a lot of time left in this game. So can you settle down and find an easy look? Way to attack the press right there.
For tonight, just 2 turnovers that the Pitt defense has forced. West Virginia just gave up their first.
Received the lob.
Three, Thomas. Can't hit. Rebound.
Play a little bit quicker because you have to have more possessions to be able to make up the difference in this game.
Off the bench.
Yeah, they want you to have to play against a loaded defense every time down. Number one on Coach Hodges' defensive principle board.
In the half court again, it's Floyd jumping the passing lane, but the recovery for Withers.
I love that he didn't give up on that play.
Lorient backing his way in. Floyd was hiding out on the take, leaves Lorient, contested too. His setup and his defense showing up opening minutes of the second half. Witherspoon into traffic. It's a little
and then he's got to be able to just catch that and finish.
Oh man, Andrew Situs is working.
That screen, kept his hands up as almost like a defensive back right there guarding a wide receiver.
Witherspoon gave it up. A three, rolls down.
We talked about Coach Capel. He wanted a response from his group when it got tough. They were down 21 points. They've now cut it to 15.
Having trouble staying high, 17 points. Minor attacks him. Ball fake, Corin. Backs a three.
All three.
Minor has not shot it well tonight. He has set up a couple of baskets. And that is a foul on the ground against Andrew Situs. Corin has single coverage on him, opposite of the ball with Floyd in control. Turns the corner, throws it up. Lorient. Cummings down the corner as Witherspoon attacks. It's a three, Cialapa.
By Pitt. The rotation's wrong point, multiple efforts there.
Well, they go fast again. Witherspoon protects it. Up to 11 points for Pitt. And that is, well, Kip Kissinger was saying it was Tip. Pitt dragging the shot clock down again. Andrew Situs into the body, and he got it.
What a spike.
Changed that perception in the second half. The lead is down to 10 for West Virginia. Huff misses. And got caught in a tight spot. Lorient with the intercept. Lorient is fed in the post, and he lays it home. And he slingshots it way long. He's late getting back in on the play. West Virginia quickly. A three is missed. He's had several steals in this second half. Guarding Witherspoon, who's been the top guy for Pitt tonight, and he draws a foul. Corin out wide from the basket, trying to get him going in full for Pitt. Cummings floaters, and Pitt away with it. Minor leading the break. Pitt going fast again, but that pass way off target. And another turnover. 5 on the shot clock, West Virginia.
Great job by Minor right there. Excellent one. Excellent defense against Huff.
He forced the Witherspoon to the team high 11. And crossing in on Eagle staff. And throws it off the back of Conte, who noticed it before the turnover, and then Pitt. Pitt has done that back-to-back years. West Virginia for the first time in a few years. Obioha sliding in for two more. Loses it. Kept it alive, but Floyd has been there on the spot all half. Three, Huff. He got it! Cummings can't quiet him down. Straight back down onto the floor. Inside 7 minutes to go. Floyd off a pivot. Can't put it away. Conte the rebound. The Minor sweeps. And an out. Battle for the rebound. Conte can't quite get there. Thomas and 4 points away from his career high. Set last year at UNC Wilmington. Three, Huff. Another tough one. This one at
10 points, and then you got a chance to finish this game.
Andrew Situs whirling in. It's erased by Lorient on this trip. Get any closer, but they had it to 10 with the ball. And technical.
Who's not played a ton of college minutes going into this season. You have to play with a ton of poise and composure, and you're not getting the call, and you're on the road. It can get frustrating for you.
5.5 minutes to go. West Virginia trying to stop a drought in this series is Huff.
Why Coach Capel's frustrated that his guys are not shooting free throws with some of the same contact on the other end of the floor.
Well, there was a sequence with Corin. Remember them? Now the regularly scheduled personal for Huff.
Virginia's had the answer, and they've done it on the defensive end.
Thing could have snowballed. It hasn't, as Corin gets an easy one. Well, that's still the matchup with 6 on the shot clock. Ugasuk for three. He rolls it home. A 16-2 run.
That's a good block. That's a play on.
Can absolutely put it on West Virginia the last 2 years. 2 blowout wins.
Nobody on this Mountaineer team was a part of that.
Right.
Not one player.
3 ball. Very adamant his team gets back. Approaching 4 minutes, and that rolls home for Seal.
Endo passed the ball. Young man from Brisbane, Australia. Played some professional ball already. With his transfers, he brought in guys who have won at other places. That was a big thing for him, is bringing in winners, because he believed the 6'7". Honor Huff did the Honor Huff just did the
68, and more good defense in the half court. Huff spinning and off the bottom of the backboard on a knee.
And you know, this Pitt team is going to be good too as they continue to grow and get to know each other. Like Brandon Cummings didn't have a great night, and then we've seen the emergence of Omari Witherspoon. He's going to be a force for Jeff Capel's squad. And then, of course,
they get one back on him with Corin. Yoha with 19 and Corin running the floor.
I love that, playing 94.
For the most part, new. But they are playing the role tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Huff rejects the ball screen. He's turned away down the lane line, steps back in, and almost flung it home. Another big test coming as West Virginia is climbing to 4-0. Witherspoon.
I call against UCF next week, so get to see this Panther team again in about 7 days.
Looking forward to hearing you again. Getting in here.
You had a brutal night.
Down to 5 to go off the front of the rim, and rebound for Lorient. Student section behind us. A minute away from 4-0. And the scoop, and Floyd to the line.
Hold you. It's going to be a rock fight every single night. They play with great physicality. They're connected on the defensive end. Their shell defense is tight.
But at the end of this game, this will be 27 straight games for Ross Hodge. A minute. Minor still out there working on Thomas. And he gives it up. Cummings sneaks it in. Conte there for a dunk. See, some of the regulars still out there late in this game. And the foul call. And he can work on it. Honor Huff at the line for 2. Got his first on a 14-point night.
That he receives, but in the offense that they run for him, the sets that they run for him, he's going to have some nights where he's going to hit 7, 8, 9.
They don't. Inside 30 seconds in the game. Minor floater, heavy rebound. Thomas, and West Virginia Country Roads in Morgantown. And Ross Hodge in his first backyard brawl starts 1-0.